In the Mix is presented by California Pizza Kitchen. Visit them today at the Holiday Resort Hotel.
Welcome back. With the Red Ball this weekend, our next Style Angels will have some fashion tips that will have you turning heads on the red carpet.
I'm Norm.
And I'm Hernalyn.
And we're your Style Angels. You know, friends, when you're thinking about what to wear to a formal event like the Red Ball, naturally you want to have a very coordinated and well put together look. And we have some tips that we want to share with you, right, hon?
Sure. The best way that you could be able to achieve that coordinated look would be to look at the prints and patterns of what you plan on wearing. And so, for example, Norm here is already wearing this patterned shirt. And what I could do if I wanted to plan an outfit around what he's already wearing, I would look at the colors of his shirt and consider that in terms of determining the type of dress I would want to wear.
And you know, the thing is, you don't want to look too matchy-matchy, right? You know, oftentimes people think that they need to find a cummerbund or a bow tie that matches the color tone of their partner's dress to a T, and we're saying you want to try to explore your opportunities, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the general tendency sometimes would be to take that same specific fabric and say, okay, I'm going to create a dress for myself. Or maybe take a dress and then put this type of pattern on the dress. And that's not always necessary. With me, for example, I'm wearing all black. And of course, Norm has some black on his shirt as well. But with that, you can see that there's some gold in the patterns of his shirt. And I can take an accessory like this belt and use that to be able to match him. And so with that, it looks cohesive, and basically what you want to be able to think about and consider would be, as an outfit on its own, can it stand alone and look strong? And if that's the case, together it should complement the whole look, and you look like not only you're coordinated, but it looks stronger.
Because you know what, at the end of the night, oftentimes we want to have a ton of pictures, and if you want your feed to be extra lit, then I say you gotta take this advice.
Gotta sizzle.
Gentlemen, I'm here with a style tip on selecting the right pair of shoes for a formal event. You know, just because a pair of shoes are black or made out of leather doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be formal or fit for something that you would wear with a tux or a suit. What you want to do is stay away from anything that looks too clunky, anything that's too ornate, or anything that has a lacing system that is too apparent or too distracting. Oftentimes what you want to do is go for a pair of shoes that are more narrow, more simple, and more elegant. And 9 times out of 10, if it's a pair of shoes that have a rubber sole, you definitely don't want to wear that. You want to wear a pair of shoes that have leather soles. So that pair of shoes will definitely complete the look for you. And you got to make sure you put some time into finding the right one. Gentlemen, I have a tip for you when it comes to selecting the right pair of pants for a formal event like the Red Ball. Now, there's going to be lots of preferences out there, and ultimately you decide what's best for you. But I personally like to wear a pair of pants that don't have any pleats. For me, it gives it a more modern look and it looks more sleek in the front. And the other thing that I want you to think about is finding the appropriate length and width for your pants. You know, we spend a lot of time and attention on what we wear up here, but if we don't pay attention to how the pant falls above the shoe, you're going to end up with something that's going to look really sloppy. So I highly recommend that you think about how long you want your pants to be and at what point you want it to touch your shoe. And you can look through the internet, there's going to be a whole bunch of options, but the main thing is you should try the length of the pants and look at it in the mirror, and then you decide what looks best for you.
Stay tuned. Our Style Angels from the DFS T Galleria are up next.